In this video, we're going to learn how to take a second-order differential equation and rewrite it as a system of two first-order differential equations. Once you see how it works, you'll find that it's pretty straightforward. Before we dive into the mechanics, let me tell you why we actually do this. There are three main reasons. First, numerical methods. Solvers like Runge-Kutta work with first-order systems. So if you want to approximate a solution on a computer, you need everything in first-order form. Second, nonlinear equations. A lot of real-world problems are nonlinear, and many of the techniques we have to solve these problems work specifically with systems of first-order equations. Rewriting the equation gives us access to those tools. And third, matrix algebra. Once we have a system, we can write it in matrix form, and that lets us use eigenvalues, phase portraits, and stability analysis, all of those powerful tools from linear algebra. So this isn't just an algebraic trick, it's a gateway. Keep those three reasons in mind as we go through the method. All right, here's the big idea. We're going to take a second-order differential equation in this form and rewrite it as this equivalent system of two first-order equations. Those two equations together carry exactly the same information as the original second-order equation, just repackaged in a form that we can work with more powerfully. Let me now show you the steps for how we're going to do this. The first step is to define two new functions, x1 and x2, and let x1 equal y and x2 equal y prime. Let's do this step right down here on this equation. We are going to let x1 be equal to y, and we're going to let x2 be equal to y prime. Once you know this step, the other three steps follow easily from it. The second step is to differentiate both x1 and x2. x1 prime is going to be equal to y prime, and then x2 prime is going to be equal to y double prime. Let's notice from this equation that we can solve for y double prime, and it's equal to minus a y prime minus b y. So we go ahead and plug that in. So now x2 prime is minus a y prime minus b times y. Let's look up here at step 3. We are going to rewrite x1 prime and x2 prime in terms of x1 and x2. That just means we're going to substitute in for y prime and y. This gives us x1 prime is equal to y prime, which is x2. Looking back up at step 1 for that. And then x2 prime is minus a times y prime, which is x2. And then we have minus b times y, which is x1. Notice in our expression for x2 prime that we have x2 written before x1. That's exactly why we have a step 4. In step 4, we're going to write the final system, and we're going to write the x1 before the x2 in that second equation. That's going to make it easier if we want to write this system using matrix algebra. In step 4, our final system is x1 prime is equal to x2, and then x2 prime, rearranging the terms, is minus b x1 minus a x2. Let's pause right here and look at these two equations. Notice that neither one has any second derivatives in it. They're both first order. That is exactly what we wanted. Let's now walk through a couple of examples. We're going to walk through two examples where we'll rewrite a second-order differential equation as a system of two first-order equations. Our first example is the homogeneous equation y double prime plus 3y prime plus 2y is equal to 0. To make things easier, I've written down 4 steps that we can follow, and we'll go through these steps one by one as we walk through our example. We'll begin by defining a new variable that we'll call x1, and we'll let this be equal to y. And then we're going to define another new variable x2, and we're going to let this be equal to y prime. In step 2, we are going to differentiate both of these new variables. x1 prime is going to be y prime, and then x2 prime is y double prime. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back up to our original equation, and we're going to solve it for y double prime. So y double prime is going to be minus 3y prime minus 2y. And we're going to substitute that down in here in step 2. Y double prime is minus 3y prime minus 2y. In step 3, we are going to rewrite both x1 prime and x2 prime in terms of x1 and x2. That means we're going to substitute in for y prime. That's going to be equal to x2. And then we'll substitute in for y, and y is equal to x1. This gives us x1 prime is equal to x1. And then we have x2 prime. And this is equal to minus 3 times y prime, which is now x2, minus 2 times y, which is x1. Notice in our second equation that x2 is written before x1. That's why we have a step 4, which is where we're going to write the final system. When we write this, we're going to switch those two variables, because if you go to put a system of equations like this into matrix form, it's easier if x1 comes before x2. In step 4, we have our final system. x1 prime is equal to x1, and then x2 prime is equal to minus 2x1, just changing the order, minus 3x2. And there's our system. Notice it has 2 first-order differential equations. Now let's look at our second example. I wanted to include this because this example is a non-homogeneous equation. Y double prime minus y prime minus 2y is equal to sine t. And that sine t is what makes this one different than our first one. Our first step is to define our 2 new variables. We have x1 equal to y, and then x2 equal to y prime. If you're going to memorize anything, those are the 2 equations that might be worth memorizing, because that's our starting point. In step 2, we are going to differentiate both of these new variables. We have x1 prime is equal to y prime, and we have x2 prime is equal to y double prime. Now up here, we are going to solve for y double prime. So y double prime is equal to y prime plus 2y plus sine t. And we're going to go ahead and plug that in down here in step 2. Y double prime is y prime plus 2y plus sine of t. In step 3, we are going to rewrite these 2 equations in terms of x1 and x2. The y primes are going to be x2, and then y is going to be replaced by x1. This gives us x1 prime is equal to y prime, which is now x2, and then x2 prime is equal to y prime, which is now x2, plus 2 times y, which is x1, and then our sine t comes along for the ride. Now in step 4, we are going to rearrange these 2 terms so that the x1 comes first. This gives us x1 prime is equal to x2. That equation stays the same. And then x2 prime is equal to 2x1 plus x2 plus sine of t. And there's our solution. our system of two first-order equations. Now that we know how to rewrite a second-order equation as a system of two first-order equations, the next question is, what do we do with it? In the next video, we're going to take systems of equations just like this and write them in matrix form, and from there, we'll use eigenvalues to find the general solution. So this rewriting step that we just learned is actually step 0 of a much bigger process. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.